Hi, Niki Duffy here, and so the title of the video is "How do you cope with the emotional pain of a traumatic anniversary?" So today, October the 12th, is the anniversary of a traumatic anniversary for me. It's the so today, 24 years ago, both my parents, my sister Sophie and her baby Amina, were murdered by Amina's father. And they were, so they were murdered by Amina's father. What more can I say? And it happened at lunchtime. Well, at 1:30, my other sister got a call from my mum to say it was left on her answer machine because she was my younger sister was due to pop round there for a cup of tea, and my parents were out all morning, and they were ringing to let her know they were in now. So at 1:30 there was a message left on my other sister's answer machine saying, "Hello darling, we're home now, pop round whenever you like." And then at 10 to 2, 20 minutes later, there was a emergency 999 call from my parents' house, and it was my sister Sophie calling for emergency help. And although it was what they class as an abandoned call, because she wasn't able to speak, because you could hear in the background all screaming, and so it was at the time when they were being attacked. So that was 10 to 2 on October the 12th, 24 years ago. And so you can imagine that this is that was a pretty traumatic time for me and my younger sister and the rest of the family and the rest of us that were left and lost people we cared about so much. And so how do you cope with with a traumatic anniversary? Because you might say 24 years, for God's sake, girl, get over it. And there's a part of me that says that to me every single year. I mean, when it was 10 years, it's like, oh, come on, it's been 10 years, get on with it. And some years it's easier, and some years it's not. And it's 24 years. They say time is an incredible healer, and yes, the passing of time. With the passing of time, I found that I learnt tools, and I learnt ways to cope and deal, and ways to reduce the pain, and ways to mitigate circumstances. And I got more practiced with how I chose to celebrate their lives, and cope with the aftermath of their loss, and the aftermath of the trauma of their loss, and also the loss of them, losing them myself. So why did I want to talk to you about this today? So some years it's harder, and some years it's easier than others, and this year, and often it's the build up to the anniversary that can be that gets me. The build up to the anniversary that catches me unawares, and I find myself like cranky and upset and like about stuff, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then I realise what the time of year is, and it makes more sense, and I I can then recognize and acknowledge what's going on for me and where it's coming from, and then perhaps allow myself a little bit more kindness, a little bit more gentle, a little bit more gentle around me in this time of year. So the build up starts about, for me, and I don't know how you experience it in your life with anniversaries that can be painful for you, but the build up for me starts about 5 to 6 weeks beforehand, with my dad's birthday. So it's my dad's birthday, about 5 weeks before this anniversary, and then about a week or so later it's my birthday. Anyway, the timing, but that's the sort of sequence of events: my dad's birthday, my birthday, the murders. And it's so part of how I've learnt to cope with it is acknowledging what's going on for me. Like I said, finding myself being like super cranky, and like what the hell's going on, and then realizing, okay, it's that time of year, and acknowledging that that's what's, not just pretending that everything's fine and I should be fine and I should be getting on with it, and it's been 24 years and you should be getting on with it, and you should, I've got so many things in my life to be grateful, just be grateful and get on with it. Okay, so acknowledging that doesn't matter how long it's been. If that's what's still going on for me, then okay, that's going on for me without judgment. And okay, so ask a question: what can I choose here? Make a different choice. What could I choose that would be kind for me? So acknowledging what's going on for you, making a different choice, perhaps choosing to be kind to you. Oh, and if you do choose to go into the trauma and drama of like, this happened, then don't judge yourself for it. Be kind to yourself. And sometimes it can be fun to like go into the like, I don't know what to do with myself, this is so awful, and just allow yourself some time with that. Allow yourself to be whatever you need to be for you in this time, and acknowledge that's what's going on for you. It's when we try and pretend that no, it doesn't matter, or it doesn't affect me anymore, it's been 24 years, I'm over it. It's when we're trying to deny what's going on for us that it can get challenging. Hi Mary, thank you so much for your lovely hearts and your support. I appreciate you. And that's another thing that really helps me in times of like painful anniversaries and times like this, is being grateful, gratitude for the people I do have in my life, rather than like going into the trauma of the people I don't have in my life anymore. The people I do have in my life that are a contribution to me, and also the contribution that the people I've lost, when my parents, the love that my parents showed me, and the fun and the joy and the great times that we had together. And one thing that really stands out for me, that a friend said to me in the early days of losing my family, was, because it came naturally to remember, how much a contribution they were to me, and how much they gifted to me, and when they made me happy, and when they made me laugh, and my friend said to me, look at all the times when you made them happy, when you were a gift to them, when you contributed to them, when you made them laugh, when you had, when you were a gift to them. And that really helped me. And remembering that as well can be something. The fun times, the when we laugh together, and being kind to yourself with the memories, rather than this painful anniversary comes up and you think of all the things you didn't say that you should have said, or all the horrible things that you did or didn't say to them, or that you're judging as horrible. You know, what if you're willing to let that go and make a different choice? Oh, hi, Della. Oh, thank you. Thank you for your lovely words. Yes. So, and you know, and sometimes I choose to celebrate. So one thing that my grandmother does is she lights a candle. She lights a candle on this day to remember, to celebrate, to you know, a candle of the symbolism of fire being a symbol of life, and and oh dear, I'm getting emotional. So celebrating the life that that we shared together. So now I'm going to go, and you know, sometimes I feel like celebrating. Sometimes I just feel like staying snuggled up in a duvet and you know, watching films like one of the films that when I really want to go into the emotions, or feel like you know, I'm going to be in the emotions of it, so I might as well go with it. I watch a film called Ghost with Patrick Swayze, Whoopi Goldberg, and it's a wonderful film about a fiance that gets murdered by his best friend and returns as a ghost, and within that story, there's also light-hearted fun, and so sometimes I'll just get under the duvet and cry along, laugh along with that film. But today I'm going to go out for breakfast with Johnny. We're going to go out. We're going to like maybe buy some a nice cozy bed for the dog, who needs a nicer bed for winter, and just gently do some stuff. I'll call my kids later, and my sister, and yeah. So do what's a contribution to you, what works for you, without judging you, without judging you. So thank you so much for joining me on this video today, and yeah, I'm going now. Bye.